Hello, everyone. Good morning. Here in Brazil is morning, right?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sustainable Interior Design Week. We are so happy to be here, and we're going to be here this whole week sharing our mornings with you, our knowledge, our heart for sustainability. And we want to thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you. It's a beautiful morning here. We were just showing some people on Instagram how beautiful it is, the weather today. So this gives us an extra good vibe to be here with you.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining. We are very happy to be here. The Sustainable Interior Design Week. Actually, this is the second event towards interior design that we are making. The first one was in November and it was outstanding. We loved to do this event. We love to share lots of materials, this beautiful course about sustainability and how you can apply this to make it better in your region. I want to say, if you are listening to us well, right? You are listening to us, you are with us here.
How is everything? Image, sound?
Yeah.
Give us some feedback just to make sure we are okay.
Yeah, I think we are okay. We are okay. I remember a very bad song. So we are here. We are live. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being here with us and understand that sustainability is the future of architecture, is the future of interior design. We can't do buildings, we can't develop projects without dealing with this dysfunctional industry that we have right now. We need to make something about this. And that's why we created this event, to join every person on this planet, every country we can, of course, architects, engineers, interior designers, to make the best in our profession. So we studied this, we know lots of things about this. Yes. Now we are going to put this in another level, right?
Yes. We know our industry is in the top 5 or most polluting. So we have a duty. If we are acting today, if we are practicing, we need to give our best practice. So this is something very important and something that we wanted to create an impact and an awareness, a bigger awareness, because we have understood that there are a lot of misconceptions about sustainability in construction. A lot of people thinking that they are limited or they don't have alternatives at the moment. And sometimes it's just that they are getting misinformed of some things. And we have noticed this in some of our events in Brazil. We are talking to people that are sometimes owners of offices or they are owners in big construction companies, and they still don't have the whole picture. So the idea is to get this picture out there and show that there are some alternatives. And if everyone does a little bit more, we're going to get further a lot faster.
Yeah, we have 10,000 people live. 10,000 people in the first 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
This is insane. Actually, we like to think that it's just us and the TV, right? In the camera.
It's
better for us to think about this because if we think like an Iron Maiden concert is not cool. We are not going to make a good event.
I'm not ready to be there.
Yeah. So guys, thank you. This is our gratitude for you. I'd like to say thank you. Congratulations to be here with us. Congratulations to believe in us, to believe in this event. And we'd like to say thank you as well to our team, right? We have Wellington, we have Marcello, we have Tiziana, we have Lucas, we have Wellington, I said?
Yes,
Wellington, we have Cairo, we have Tatiana is our
New addition.
So
Tiziana.
We have all team together to make a beautiful event for you guys. Everyone here eating lots of pizza and things like this. to make a beautiful event for you. So I'd like to say thank you for the team, and I'd like to say thank you for our students as well.
True.
These people who are students in our courses, right? Our courses that are paid courses are the people who can make this event possible, because they give us the support to make this happen. We can continue making this happen, growing this event every time we do this. So it's outstanding to have this students with us. I'd like to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes,
10 times.
they are part of the team now.
Yeah, I'd
They
like
are
to say
part of the reasons. Yes,
clap
thank
for,
you.
for them, because it's outstanding to have these people with us in our closed community, right? And we started this event in Brazil. Actually, we are Brazilians. We live in Curitiba in the south of Brazil. And we did this event. We did, I think, about 10 events like this in Brazil towards lots of subjects. And we started to see that we could do for more people. More people were, in the first place, people in Portugal were interested in our courses.
Angola too.
Yes.
Like some Portuguese speaking countries started to notice our events and they started joining us. And then we had some people asking if we could do it in Spanish, because probably in Latin America too, we got the word around.
Yeah.
And then we said, well, if we have to do it, let's do it in English, right? And try to bring this to everyone that may be interested. And we are so surprised and happy of how many people have shown interest in being here with us. This is
outstanding. I'd like to say, were you in the previous event? What did you think about this previous events that we did, the Sustainable Interior Design Week or Sustainable Architecture Week? We'd like to know what you think about this, because you are the people that can tell if you enjoy this event or not. Okay.
Yes, and we listen and take notes. You're going to notice that from the first event to this event, there are a few things that we have improved based on what you have said. So
yeah, lots of people first time it's beautiful. Know that we are making this event for new people. Cool, very, very cool to know. Okay, guys, so I'd like to make some promises here. I won't tell that you are going to get everything that we are putting here on the screen, right? But these are results that you can expect from this event. Okay, we can expect better results in your projects, and as I said, you maybe you won't get all of this, maybe you can get all of this or some of this, but I promise that at least 3 things of this you're going to get. Okay, so better results in your projects, more impact in your practice. You're going to make more profit from each project because you're going to make better projects, and you can develop additional services and things like this. You can put your practice aligned with healthy and well-being as well, right? We are going to think more about the people who are living in the place that you make this interior design, so you can think more about this and you can develop better projects. You can differentiate yourself, right? You will make things different, so you can get more recognition. You can make this differentiation. I think it's much easier to be different than try to be better than big companies. So I believe in this. You can say something. I will just turn this on because people on Instagram, I will send them. There are some people on Instagram, and I said it's people that I will go to their houses if they are there because they need to watch.
I think
this
they
on
want
YouTube
you
blog.
to go
So
to their house.
I just turned on Instagram here to
check if there's nobody.
Yeah, to make this rant for Instagram people because they need to watch in YouTube, right? If you are on Instagram, you are in the wrong place. I'm telling you.
All right, we were talking about what you can expect from this event, and part of it is, having your freedom through consultancies or different projects where you are going to be able to collaborate with other professionals. So you can try to go in a different path too. So this brings some freedom too. And you can make a lot more if you understand that you can offer more too. People are willing to pay more when they see the benefits. And part of what we're going to show here, it's not just that you have to act on sustainable architecture, but you need to learn how to communicate. You need to learn because, like I said at the beginning, just like in our professionals, we have some misconception. We do have that with our clients too. Sometimes they think, oh, it's sustainable, it's going to be more expensive, or it's sustainable and I don't have the means to do that right now. And this is things that we're going to break a lot during this event. It's to break this misconception, to these things that you are stuck in a place where you cannot move towards something better. This is part of it, and this will help you stand out with your projects, learn how to share these benefits, and learn what kind of benefits people are interested in. This is very important. And also an increase in your energy and motivation. And we can say this like from where we stand right now. It's so exciting to work in something that we believe. It's something that we know we're doing better for the planet. So when you have a purpose that is so high level and that you know that you are trying your best to resolve a problem that is, it's not just in our field, it's not just for our clients, it's for our survival and the planet. This gives us a lot more energy and motivation to wake up and be here and destroy our stomachs with nervousness to be here and share with you all that we can. So it is something that give us a lot more work with purpose.
Yeah. So you can expect lots of good things, right? You can expect you getting, just 1 minute, I need to close one thing here. And you can expect, of course, your career fulfillment, right? You're making the right thing. So you can get this career fulfillment. You can get more projects, of course, and more freedom for consultancies. If you want to do consultancies, like we do consultancies in some countries. And here in Brazil, we can do these consultancies with no problem at all. So you can have this freedom as well. This is the thing that we do right now. And you can, not just dream about the right thing and actually do the right thing. I think this is a beautiful thing that an event like this can bring to you, because maybe you were alone, right? You were dreaming about do a good thing and bring a legacy to your region and make a big impact, and you didn't know how to do this. So you have people crazy like you, and you can do this, with us. So this is really important.
Yeah. One important thing also that I want to say, about the overall, is that we're going to share a lot of information, but don't feel overwhelmed with this information. Organize yourself and learn how to take the steps. And we're going to talk about this too throughout the event.
Yeah. We have this step here, right? We are making a little introduction for you because this is important. And you can understand where you are right now, where we put you right now, because what is the company's usual type of products, right? We have the products of our company, and we call this sustainable conscious, because what we do some free videos, right? In the first step, right, you can see the first step. We do free videos. We do some ebooks for Portuguese people here in Brazil. We did lots of ebooks. We do some webinars, and people can join this for free. All free. People can join and watch a little, little class about sustainable design, and they can learn something about this. Then we go to the second step, that we have our paid courses. So we have the Biophilic Design Blueprint. We have some lectures that we do, right? We have some sustainable materials course 101, and this is right. We begin at $45 until $397. So this is the second step that we have. And then the next step is going to be the Sustainable Interiors course and community, right? This is the course that we usually do, right? This is a paid course valued at $697. And then we go to mentoring, right? We have our mentorings for some people, the Singularity mentoring, 2,000 to 5,000, depending of the the scope. And then we have projects and consultancies that, depending on the scope, we are going to charge at least $3,000 to $50,000.
Depends on
But what we did, we did a stretch, right? We got this and we did a stretch, and we put you in the middle of this stair. We created the Sustainable Interior Design Week. There is a free course, a complete course of 5 days, 10 hours of content, a beautiful content that you're going to see. So we put you in the middle of this. And the only thing that we are asking you is watch it. Watch
Be
the
here
course.
with us.
Be here, right? Because this is the thing. The only thing that we are asking, be here with us in this 5 days, during these 5 days, because this is going to make a huge impact in your business. So be here in the middle, the Sustainable Interior Design Week, all the 5 days, because we are going to present every little step for you to make sustainable interior. So if you lose one day, if you lose, an hour of this event, you are going to lose a lot of things,
Content.
and maybe it's going to be a gap to your path to make sustainable interiors. Okay.
Yes.
Really
we had
important.
people reporting to us that during the event they had ideas and insights that they actually applied in their project during the time that they were watching this. So these things happen, and we get catched on our daily lives and our daily practices, and sometimes we create some patterns that we don't break. And when an event like this happens and you get inspired, you break those patterns. You get that courage to break the patterns and try something new. And we had a few people sharing that with us in the last event, and we were able to share live that news that they were actually making a difference. And some people were scoring more points with their LEED certification. Yeah. There was a guy that was doing remodeling, and he started thinking about other things, and he changed some things in the project that were still in time. So these things can happen.
Yeah. And you may be thinking, why are you doing this? You could just sell the Sustainable Interiors course and community. That's the next level you're going to be, because in the 4th day, we are going to open this opportunity.
Yes.
If you want to go to the next level, you can go to the next level with us, but it's optional, right? And so why we did this event? We did this event because we are kind of crazy. We want to make this beautiful impact and to change things, because we know if people start in the beginning of the stair, they can get a result. But in our experience, this is not enough. And what we did, we thought a lot, me and Sammy, what we can do to put people into, to make this happen.
In touch with this subject.
Because people can say they don't have money. They can say, I don't have the time to watch the class. We don't have a Sustainable Interiors course available. If you look for this, you won't find a thing like this. So we start to think, we can do this beautiful thing, join people, make people together, do a beautiful difference towards this industry, right? We have this enemy, right, that we can call an enemy, this dysfunctional industry. And we need to make this industry change, because this is a dysfunctional industry that don't understand things about materials, they don't understand things about lighting, they don't understand things about energy efficiency or thermal comfort or acoustics. They are cool. They it's cool for them. It's not a problem. But if you understand this and you understand, you ask the industry to change in these various levels that we have, materials, acoustics, lighting, and etc., things are going to change. But you need to have this knowledge to ask people. So exactly. That's why we did this event. And we waste lots of things. We write money and team to make this work for you. And the only thing that we are asking is be here with us to learn, because then you can change things. Okay, so we won't talk. We are not talking about sustainability like, whoa, beautiful. We are going to hug trees. No, we are going to make this work in norms, standards. We are going to make lots of, bring you lots of knowledge,
data.
So you can understand and have the information to make this change happen. Because we understand this is science. This is not, of course, this is related to our future in this planet, but I think when we embrace science and show people the science, they can deny it, right? So this is the way we are going to make things happen. So guys, once again, Sustainable Interior Design Week. It's a complete course. Don't miss it. Please don't miss it and watch it every day with us. Okay? We are going to give you a beautiful summary. Tatiana is going to make a beautiful summary for you guys. On each day, she's making a beautiful summary, and you are going to get this in the end of the class, right? So we are going to send this in 8 hours. When we finish this event, we are going to send to you. And you can just get this if you write your email, right? You can put your email to get this class. So in the end of the class, I will put the summary on that. Every day, you're going to get the summary in the end of the class. I will talk to you, or maybe in the middle, I will talk about you this link so you can write it down and get this link and get this beautiful summaries that Tatiana is going to make for you personally, and you can get made for you, okay?
One thing that I want to say about emails from us, please, whenever you subscribe to anything that you want to receive from us, make sure to double check the spelling of your email, everything, every single letter, because sometimes people say, oh, I didn't receive it, I put my email. Maybe you didn't put the correct email, and you have no idea how many certificates got stuck because of the misspelling of your email. So double check. Also, check your spam box. If you don't have our email saved already in your inbox, then you have to check your spam box, because sometimes that's where it goes. So if you have put the correct email and you check your spam box, then you should receive everything. Like there should be no gaps on that.
Yeah, I will send you the link in the end of the class, okay? I promise you, we need to talk lots of little things that so you can understand the whole picture of the event, right? We're going to issue certificates. It's we do in every event that we do. So the certificate is going to be issued for everyone who is in this class. We can capture everyone who is in this class. And you are going to, you have a fee of $7, a very symbolic price for you to get the certificate. So we put the certificate into a platform just for the certificate, and you can get there, you can write your name down, and you are going to get this beautiful certificate personalized just for you, okay, in there, okay? So very important certificates. And we have some special features on this event. This is a new thing. This is a thing that it's only on this event. We have 4 beautiful things that we are going to make. We are going to have the collective shares. What is the collective share? The collective shares is a beautiful thing that we are doing because you can share your experience. You're going to learn some things about sustainability. So we are going to get this collective. You can share things with people, and we are going to say this to you. We are going to have the nerdy practice. I'm telling this name, nerdy practice, because we are going to make some simulations on softwares, and you are going to get this as well. You're going to see some softwares. Today, you're going to see one, and in the next days, we're going to see other softwares. We have the green radio that you can share your results with us in audio, and we are going to listen to you. Right? We are going to choose some audios, and we are going to have prizes. And we have the Green Hero Rise, right? We have this T-shirt here, the Green Hero. So you can share everything that you've learned in this class with us, so we can see if we are going to the right path, and you can share with others your learnings as well, right? So very important things, right? Where are you right now? I'd like to know about you, what you are doing right now, what you do in your life. Are you a student? Are you a professional? What are your challenges right now? I'd like to know on the chat. You can talk to us on the chat and say your current situation right now, because Sustainable Interior Design Week is going to be this place that we are going to help you to achieve, right, to cross a bridge during this event. All right. Let me see.
What do we have there on the chat?
Yeah, architecture students from Philippines. We have junior architects. We have, let's see.
So excited for the juniors that are here, because this is good. We understand that there are very big difficulties when you are working in the industry and you already have your practice and you have to change your practice. But when you are starting fresh, this is something really good. You can start on the right path and don't even get those bad things that are currently in the market now. So.
Yeah, we have 40,000 people live. This is our record.
Wow.
Thank you guys for joining. This is insane. 40,000 people. And we have students, lots of students, junior architects as well. Lots of beautiful people here. And then where do you want to go? Just to make sure, where do you want to go? You can tell as well, where do you want to go? And I will be reading here, and I will proceed because we have lots of things and 2 hours and a half in the first day. So we need to hurry, right?
Yes.
With the content.
We're going to start with the content very shortly.
Yeah. So attention, guys, follow the method to make it really happen, because what you need to do to make sustainable interiors, you need to do this, right? We have this climate conditions. We need to understand the climate conditions. We need to understand about natural and artificial lighting. We need to understand about thermal comfort. We need to understand about water savings. We can go on.
Energy efficiency.
Sorry.
Yes, we need to understand about energy efficiency, air quality. We need to understand about project management. And we also have to understand our client and what kind of things that we can bring and how we can bring our clients towards us. We also have to understand about recommendation, the power of recommendation. And these are things that we're going to be talking here. But you're going to ask me like, Sammy, but this is an interior design course. Why are we going to talk about climate conditions? We're going to make this very clear for you. We need to understand the macro picture so we can go to the micro. So we have to understand the bigger picture. We need to understand our surroundings, and we're going to get there, and you're going to understand the importance of this in this class.
Yeah, people, they usually, they have this mistake, right? Interior design is interior. No, it's not interior. Is exterior as well. And in the first class, this is the main shift. The main shift I think about this class today is this, right?
Yes.
Guys, collective share, right? I just want to know about you as well. What is your level of commitment in making sustainable interiors? Tell us from 0 to 10. I will be reading here in the chat. We can see lots of people here talking, right? They are students. They want to understand about interior design. They want a better job. They want to work with sustainability professionally, and we want to know your level of commitment. Yeah, we have 9.5, we have 7. Samantha. We can't work with 7.
Stay with us and hype this 7. We need to hype this 7.
Lyrical world 5. What you are doing here, man? You need to go to the corner, right? The corner of shame.
But let me just make it clear here. Level of commitment is different than level of action, okay? We want to understand your commitment, your willingness to make this work, different than what you actually are acting on right now. So just so you understand the question better.
You won't change the planet with 7. I can promise you
with
this.
5.
With 5, you won't change anything. You need to have 10. You need to be 10 here with us, okay? With 7.
We're going to hype them up to 10. Yeah. We're going to bring you up to 10.
You need to be here 10, 11, 12. I said 0 to 10, but I want 11, 12, 20. Let's go, guys. So let's start this. Climate condition discovery. This is the first thing, right? And we brought 2 projects. We brought a project of our house so you can understand this condition, what we are talking about conditions and why this is going to make my sustainable interiors better. And we are going to show you this. So we have this beautiful project here. We have this house, and we have also building, right? We can show the house and the building. Just to, we always bring this concept because it's very easy to understand. And we have this presentation. And this is a net zero house. So we are putting everything about sustainability on this house, right? Energy efficiency, we are having water efficiency, lots of strategies on water, have materials, lots of good things. Yeah, we have some 10s, some 11s here. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. So you have this project, right? You can say this project, see this project, a cool project that we have here. We developed here in this office. We have some strategies that we are using this site that is very common here in our city in Brazil as well. So we can use a thing like this and make a beautiful
Yes.
project. Then when we do a project, right, we start to see the climate, right? We can see the temperatures, right? We can see here in this part here, I think, I don't know if you can see this, but we have this temperature ranges, right? We are in this place called Curitiba, right? Curitiba, we have this temperature ranges, we have this wind rows, right? We can see where is the wind is coming, right? We have this solar diagram, lots of beautiful things that you need to understand. And then you may think of, man, why I would like to know about Curitiba? Because, well, Curitiba, man. Well, I think I will not make a project in Curitiba, right? I live in Bangladesh, I live in India, I live in the United States, I live in Canada. I won't make a project in Curitiba. So what we are going to do to make this happen, we are going to make a narrative practice. Yes, we are going to start this narrative practice, and we are going to analyze, right, some climates.
Yes.
Right, we are going to analyze climate in regions worldwide here. So this is the first lesson. We are going to analyze this together. You can see this link here, right? This energy design tools, right? This is the website that you can get this. I will just share here my Google Chrome.
Yes, but please, guys, don't access all at once now. We are known to bring down websites because so many people are live with us. So please, you can download this in a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't all go to the website right now because we're gonna crash and we're not gonna be able to show you this. We don't want to crash the websites. We've done this.
We have this site here on Google, Climate Consultant. You type Climate Consultant, and you are going to get into this website. Okay, Climate Consultant download page. You will click on this. And I needed to click this before maybe because maybe it's going to crash because people you already crashed, man.
We already crashed
You
it.
already crashed the website.
Yeah.
You guys are insane. But you need to download this software. It's very simple. But I will give you an alternative link, okay? So you can download this. And we have this, right? We have this Telegram link.
Yes. So the Telegram message just went up in a few minutes.
I needed to say them and enter before, you know.
Yes, you have to. Yeah, I know. We always miss that.
Oh man, but it's very simple. You put your email there and you download the version. But you can go to the Telegram link right now, and you will see there in you can see that we predicted something like this because we can't know, right? So we've done
it before.
We put on Telegram, and I will show you here, right? We have this on Telegram on Sustainable Interior Design Week. We put here, right, the link for download, and we put the Windows and Mac version. So you can go to our Telegram on t.me, right, /ugreen, and you can go there, okay? So you can download this directly on Telegram, and not to make problems because it happened before.
It has happened before. Climate consultant people must hate us. Every time we do an event, we crash their
they must hate
site.
us. So guys, you can go there and you can download on Telegram, right? You can do this, but you don't need to do this now.
Now, yes.
Pay attention on what we are going to show you here. And I want to present the Climate Consultant software so you can understand lots of things about this.
So while you're starting there, let me tell you, I was just saying that how important it is for us to understand our surrounding, our climate, so we can respond to it, not just with the main construction, but with the interiors too. Because knowing where the wind comes from, you will know that perhaps I don't want to put a wall here because I will block cross ventilation, which is something so important to get your thermal comfort or to have a healthy environment where wind is constantly clear the air, so you have air quality as well. Once you understand where is the sun, do I need this window here? How can I block this harsh sun from here? Or how can I welcome the sun here where I want to make this environment more comfortable because this is a cold climate? So there are lots of things and insights that you can get from understanding the climate and then acting in the interior. So you're not just responsible for making things pretty. You're responsible for making things pretty, comfortable, and functional.
Yeah, exactly. This is the way, guys. I just want to say something. People are asking for the file on WhatsApp. This is a big file, okay? We can't share on WhatsApp. I'm sorry, we can't do this. The software don't allow us to share. So we are going to share on Telegram, right?
Yes.
And this is the
And
way.
then when the website comes back up, you
Yeah,
also
the
can upload.
WhatsApp is impossible to share this file. And this is it, guys. So go to Telegram, then download this, or you can go later on this website. They are going to put up soon, I think. we always do this in the first day because then they can put this online and then you can
By the
download
end
this,
of
yes.
the week, we have
But
it.
you'll have the Telegram alternative link as well. Okay, let's go. So I will have this website here called Climate. This was software called Climate Consultant. You're going to install this in your computer, and you're going to start a project. Right? You can start a new project, and you can select right EPW files. So I will select this EPW weather data file. I will click on this, and I will get this data file from my city because we want to present ourselves, entirely. We don't want to present ourselves just, well, I'm me and Philip and Sammy. We want to present you guys, we want to present our city, our climate, how it is, so you can understand a lot about us, right? So this is the our type of the Ugreen type of introduction. You can understand about this. Screen is blurry. Refresh your YouTube. Maybe.
F5.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to analyze this. And when you start Climate Consultant, you're going to have lots of data here, right? We teach more about this in our courses, but this is not important right now because it's lots of information and not very cool to see. It's kind of boring to see things here. But so I will click on next 20 times, I think. 1, 2, 3. Here it's cool to see the climate, how climate goes in our city. We have this gray area here, right? We can see this gray area. This is our level of comfort. And then we have this temperature changes, right? We have this temperature changes here in January, right? This is the year, the whole year, and the temperature. I will just change the degrees, okay? Just 1 minute. I will change this. I need to change the units.
Oh yes, the units from Fahrenheit to metric units. Yes,
it's easier. I think most countries have metric units. So we are going to click on this ASHRAE 55 here, and then we have our climate that you can see here, right? This comfort zone, and we have January. We have most times of the year in the comfort zone, but days in the month. And then we are going to decrease this. We have June, right? In June here is very cold. We are here, right? We are losing our comfort here, and it's going to be very cold. Actually, we live in Brazil, a very hot place in most country, but in here in south is cold, right?
In the south of Brazil is cold. Yes, we don't get snow, not in Curitiba, but south of Curitiba, which the next 2 states south of us, they have a little bit of snow. So we have this climate where it varies a lot. But in our city, it's very atypical. Like we don't have a climate similar to our city in different regions of Brazil. It's very unique, let's say.
Exactly. So we have here the monthly diurnal average. We can see the global radiation, right? The direct horizontal. We have this direct light, and we have the light considering clouds. So we have some things here, but we won't see this. We have some illumination range, but we are going to have the beautiful summary in the end of this. Yes, beautiful summaries. We love summaries, right? Who doesn't? Then we have this, right? We have these beautiful things that you can present to your clients, maybe, right? Think about this. You presenting your project in the normal way, and then you can present the climate, so you can, because lots of people, they say, how I convince I convince my clients to make sustainable design? They can apply this. You need to make justifications.
Yeah, you need to justify. Yes.
Justify, yeah. I just remember Justin Timberlake. He has a record called "Justified."
For you guys that are new to the event, we're very good at talking about sustainability and very good about making bad jokes.
Yeah.
So this is something that it's also a signature of our events, bad joke.
but you can see that I have a line of thought. Because in the last event, I talked about Britney Spears. And in this, I'm talking about Justin Timberlake. So it's all cool. So we need to justify this, right? You will have this hours and the months. So it's going to be awesome. You can present this for your client, right? And then we have this beautiful thing I love to present.
We love this map.
This map is insane. And then you can see, right, this climate, right? We can see the degrees, right? 10 degrees here, 10 minus degrees here. Then we go to -5, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 until 40. And then we have this humidity ratio, right? We have this humidity ratio. And then you can see that our city, we can see these little green dots here, right? You can see here this green dots. I will say just show Telegram for people so they can join, right? Just 1 minute.
While Felipe is looking there, the green dots, they are in the psychometric chart. They are the hours of comfort. Where are concentrated these hours of comfort? How can we bring these hours of the year? Well, you see there the blue square. The blue square is the comfort zone. Everything else is outside the comfort zone. So you can see that naturally we have very few hours of the year in the comfort zone. So we have to take actions when we build. And this is a list that you have there on the left. You have a colored coordinated list. So you will see the colors, they correspond to the shapes that are on the chart. And also the percentage, what will be more effective? So when you show this to your clients, you're bringing data, you're bringing decisions that need to be done so he can avoid discomfort or he can avoid a high energy bill. Because you are acting with the client, you are protecting his environment and trying to respond to the climate. And this is part of the problem with construction industry nowadays. We have forgot to respond properly to the climate because we have systems, we have machines, but we have things that can be done passively. So we have a lower carbon footprint and we have lower energy use. And by doing this, then we can bring the price of being sustainable down. And this is part of why we have to understand this and why we have to look at the big picture so we can make decisions that are small as decisions that are done for a bedroom, as an example.
Yeah, you can see the light on the space. We are going to show you about this later.
Yeah.
So we have this, right? We can see here, right, this climate thing. And we can see the hours in the green. As Sam said, we have this blue area here. So we have a little times in the comfort zone, right? We can see here, I'm moving my mouse in this place here. So we have just some hours of the year in this climate zone here, right? And then we have lots of things in this. So I can click on this, right? In this corner in the left. I will just remove this comment here. We can go to the corner in the left and you can see show best set of design strategies. I will click on this and I will bring only the best strategies. So you can see sun shading of windows. If I use this in my project, I can guarantee 9.4%, right, of comfort because we have these hours in the right here that we can put in the comfort zone. We have internal heat gain, this 9 area here, 51% internal heat gain. So if we use this strategy, we can put this on the right. Okay, so this is one strategy. Oh, I didn't understand what internal heat gain is. I will click on next, and I will have the best strategies, right, in this place here. So you can click and you can understand what internal heat gain means. You can do lots of beautiful things with this strategy here in Curitiba. You won't do this in your city, right? Because this is different. And that's how you can teach people. That's how we are going to share. And this is going to be beautiful. But yeah, just to present more about the software here. So we have the best strategies. We put this in the comfort zone. We have this, you can click on next here. You can see the strategy in order, right? You can click on this and see the pictures. Very easy, very cool to learn. So this is a beautiful insight that you have in this class. And one person asked me, how can I see the climate of my region, right? This is very important. So we will click on File. You can't see here because this is on my screen, right? But we will click on Start New Project. And I will just start a new project here. And you can click on Download New EPW Weather Data File. EPW files are the files of your place. So you have an airport, you have, a place that is going to collect climate data. You can have this climate data and use this in your project. So you can click on download this. You will see right from the data site. You can click on this, install from data weather site. You will have the Energy Plus site, is a energy simulation software. And you have all regions in the planet. You can click on this, right? Let's see, we are going to analyze Europe, right? We are going to analyze Europe. We can analyze Switzerland, right? We have Sanja. Sanja is our student from Switzerland. Hey, Sanja, we love you. We will speak to you in the future. We are doing lots of things here, but Sanja lives in Switzerland. So I will just download this and let's see. Yeah, I have this EPW file here and I will download in my messy desktop. Messy desktop. Who doesn't have a messy desktop, right? So I
can't judge right now. I have my desktop.
Yeah. So I will just click on this and I can, I just downloaded this. So I will open existing EPW weather data file, or I can open the file, right? Or I can download in here, right? I can go to the website again and I can, copy link address and I can paste here. Let's see if we got this, right? Sometimes we get some errors, but I think the God of live events are with us.
The God of live events.
So install and let's see. Yeah, the God of live events is with us. Okay, so we have this data summary of Switzerland, and we are going to click on next. Oh, sorry. Here I will click on actually. Oh, it's all set, and I will just go here, and then we can see. Right?
Sanja is in a worse place than we are as far as comfort zone hours.
Yeah, so you can see very, very cold place, right? You can see all these green areas here. You can see all these green dots, right? The comfort zone is in blue, and then we have all these green dots, little dots here, very, very cold. Show best set of design strategies. Okay, we have internal heat gain as one strategy. We have only 9% of comfort. So people there don't live in comfort. They are always, right? They need to rely on internal spaces to be comfort. And of course, if a person lives 91% in an internal space, of course, they need to have a beautiful,
very comfortable environment. Absolutely. And this actually plays a toll in how we perform. Being uncomfortable, it's that one, understanding that the thermal comfort it's compromised, you won't perform well.
Yeah.
It's that, that noise in your ears, almost like, with acoustic comfort too. Yeah. But it's the best way is to understand that you have that little noise that you don't know where it comes from. Yeah. and it's preventing you from focusing on your tasks or enjoying your environment. It happens the same thing with thermal comfort. We just don't perceive it so well, and some people are more sensitive than others, but it's harder for us to understand how much thermal comfort compromises our focus and our performance.
Yeah. All right. So a person asked, what are the green dots? One green dot is 1 hour in the year. So most hours in the year in Switzerland, it's in the very cold climate. So you need to avoid this. And we don't have humidity. It's high, but not as high as our place Curitiba. So you can use heating and add humidification if needed. We can put some humidification because we don't have this high humidity level in this place. So we are understanding how to deal with our climate. So you can click on next and see the best set of strategies in order. Very beautiful place to see this. I will click on back, and then I will see other place. Okay, I will click on file all over again, and I will click on new or open existing project. People were telling here, oh, we have this in Africa. Yes, we have this in Africa. Okay, we have this in Africa as well. We have in most places in the planet, actually. So click on.
Yeah, you probably won't have every city that you may be looking for. We have different places where we get the data from, but they're still developing and creating more data. But a lot of places are already there. A lot.
We have Cairo, right? I will open Cairo here in Egypt. I know there's a lot of beautiful people. Egypt, I always miss this. Sorry, Egypt. So we have lots of people from Egypt. We love to see people there. So I will get Egypt. And here we have the climate, right? We can see the changes, right? We have this big red thing here that I presume it's hot, right? Egypt. So you can see each hour of the year, right? You can see the difference. You can see we have actually some more hours in the climate zone than Switzerland, right? We have more hours, 70%, but we have lots of changes. So we are going to use more strategies, right, to make it better. It's not going to be 50% of one strategy to make the project better. So you can use lots of smaller strategies.
So you guys see the importance of analyzing your local area to respond, and why things don't apply globally. Why we cannot copy too much of a strategy from one place to another, because we just saw 3 different places, 3 different sets of strategies. Some of them work with like a couple of strategies would resolve 80% of their issues. In Egypt, we saw that there are many different strategies spread around, so you can add up to that 80%. So that is very important to analyze and to understand, especially if you are interested in working in different places of the world and you say like, oh, I have the solution. My interiors will be like booming everywhere in the world, but you cannot. No, it has to be very local. The understanding of the climate and the responses with the materials, with the strategies, and with everything.
Yeah. Abu Dhabi, right? We have the more hot.
A whole lot more of red.
Yeah, so we can see the reds here, and we can see the green dots. It's Switzerland is, you can do a mirror. I think you can get this and do this, and this is Switzerland. Yeah, very beautiful gestures I'm making here. Abu Dhabi, Switzerland. You can see it's entirely different. So that's why we need to use different strategies. We can see the best set of design strategies. I think Diana, who sent a beautiful video for us, she lives in, I don't know if it's Abu Dhabi or Dubai or something like this, but it's close, right? Abu Dhabi, Dubai. You can see here this beautiful place here, right? Open window openings. I'm clicking on these things here, but it's not opening for some reason. But we have this. Oh, it opened here, right? So you can see the best set of design strategies for Abu Dhabi. So guys, this is it. This is the way to go. Okay, you can see, right? You can download this software on Telegram or on the website, of course, when
they're back.
yeah, they put their back. Then we have some strategies here on lighting, right? We are going to see this tomorrow, actually. We are going to analyze natural light tomorrow, because natural light is going to be very important for your interior design. You can understand, if you have some places that you have lots of glare, so you can use the correct type of curtains.
Bless you.
I'm sorry. So we are going, thank you. So we are going to have this overlay, this overlit areas, so you can choose the right curtains, you can choose the right type of, of furniture in your space. You can change the color of your space depending on because let's say you are doing a project and you are not collecting daylight. You are not analyzing daylight. So you are making a beautiful interior design, and you actually have lots of daylight and you don't really know about this. So you're going to put lots of white areas, lots of white surfaces, and this is going to spread, and it's going to be very hard to see inside of the space. Or maybe you don't have lots of light, so you need to use light colors to distribute this light, right? This is going to be very important. So if you are not collecting this data, you are going to see, man, I'm using these dark spaces, so the place there is under we have low illumination, you're going to have less illumination. So you can make a beautiful interior design, but you won't have a very cool design overall because it's dark. So you need to rely on artificial light, right? So you are going to use more energy. So you're going to have a worse type of project, and you will have also to use more light to illuminate this space. So in here you can see interior design. A good interior design is totally related to the exterior.
You can't ignore it. Yeah.
This is very, very, very important. So we have more things on this house, right? We have some energy efficiency. We can use some strategies to make this energy efficiency possible. Maybe you can use this in your project. Maybe you are interior designer, but you do architecture as well. So you can use these strategies here, right? We can make a better orientation, or you can use shadings and roofing. We can use maybe different type of glasses. But if you understand the light in your space, maybe you can change the glass of your space. You can use a better type of glass. I will be talking about this tomorrow, I think, or in the third day. One thing that's really important. The fourth day is going to be the most important day. It's going to be more content in the fourth day. We are making little steps here, and first step is this, second step, third step, and the fourth step is going to be the most important step. Okay, we are going to put lots of effort in this fourth day, right? So we are going to talk more about this in the next classes. Okay, so we want to keep this, and you can see here some beautiful things about this project. I think I won't talk much about it because we are going to talk about sustainable materials in some minutes. Okay.
And then I'm going to talk forever.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking too much right now, because then I will be quiet and Sam is going to speak a lot. And all right, so we have this sustainable materials here. Sam is going to talk a little about this in some minutes. We have some systems on this house. We're going to talk about this in the next classes as well.
Just a minute here. Like some of these systems, if you notice, as an interior design, you could act on it. Like the help with water reduction, changing the fixtures that are in the house to reduce the water flow. When it comes to wall the values, the R value of the wall. If you don't have enough with the construction that it's in place right now, you can add a layer inside and help with thermal comfort. So these things sometimes, they look like they are outside your scope, but they're not really. You can get there with this type of strategies, looking into complement what it could be then the whole thing.
Yeah. All right, we have Wellington here. Wellington is for our team, right? He's telling, put this, click on the gear, and you can put this on full resolution. Okay. So thank you, Wellington. Thank you very much for your kindness to talking about this. Just looking for you here to remove this thing here. Okay. Just some minutes. Yes, I will hide this. Okay, so we have this. We have the strategies here. We're going to talk more about this in the next classes. Don't be, it's small to read. Not a problem at all. We are going to see more about this on details. We are just bring you here some strategies. We have this building here as well, right? We have this beautiful thing that was modeled thinking on interior design as well. Maybe you have this opportunity, and these strategies are the same. We are going to talk more about this in the next classes. We are going to have lots of things about thermal comfort, right? We are going to show about energy optimization on projects and what strategies are relatable with interior design. We are going to show more about this and how to make it better, right? Your project towards lighting. This is going to be
lighting is very nice.
Yeah, so this is the same strategy. Guys, collective share. This is going to be awesome. Right now, we can have outstanding strategies, right? We can share strategies on this collective share lesson, right? We are going to share things. What we are going to do here, we have this Facebook community. We have the Facebook community. We send tons of emails talking about this community because this is a big change. The last event we didn't have the Facebook community, so it's a new thing for you to share, for you to put the things into practice, for you to share people your climate, your strategy. So what you're going to do, right? You can go to the Facebook community in the end of this class. You can share a picture of your city so you can relate your city, right? People can see where you live. You take a picture of something that represents your city. You can share a picture of the psychromatic chart, that is this chart here, right? You can show a picture of this. I want to, this community to be filled of this psychromatic chart. So you will see, so many psychrometric charts in your life that you won't forget how to use psychrometric charts, because this is very important to make beautiful.
Yeah, let me make a note since we're talking about the Facebook community. Thank you for joining, and thank you for presenting yourselves over there in the community and putting your pictures or sharing a little bit about your life and where you're at or where you're from. Thank you. And now, like as you've seen, Felipe has asked for us to share the chart. So we are not allowing any different posts from what it's in the event now. So just don't feel offended. It's nothing personal. It's just so we can focus now on the lectures and the shares that we're going to have here. What it's more meaningful to the people that have joined now the Interior Design Week. So thank you very much, and we're gonna keep going with the class here.
Yeah. So share a picture of your city, and if you don't have your city, your exact city, you can go to the city closest to yours. Okay, it's not a problem. You can go to the city closest to your city and share the 3 best bioclimatic strategies in your region or the region closest to your region, because this is going to be outstanding. You're going to get your city, picture of this, a picture of your psychrometric chart, and you can share the 3 best setup design strategies. You can send pictures of these strategies, examples. It's up to you, okay? You do a new post on this and put this strategy. The 3 best, we are going to give you a free course, okay? Every day we are going to put a free course for the 3 best. So do your best to learn this. This is your homework for this class. So get this 3 best. The 3 best is going to get our Sustainable Interiors one-on-one course, okay? This is going to be outstanding. So you can share, right? And do your best here, okay? So share this on the Facebook community once again, okay? I will just proceed, right? We have some strategies on this. We are going to share. You can just to mention you that sustainable design can be presented like this, right? You can present sustainable materials. You can present the strategies, what you can do to make, people's life better on sustainable design. And we are going to talk about this on the next days. Okay, so share, guys. What if I don't use Facebook? Oh, I'm sorry. This is a problem, right? But do your best here, okay?
Yes, you can still be here and still talk about it and check it out.
Guys, now it's the Green Hero Rise time. You are the green heroes. You know this? You are the people who can make the difference.
Yes.
You share us now what you learned in this class and what's your best learning so far.
So far, we're halfway here.
We are halfway here. Yes.
We're halfway there.
No. You can. Okay. Let's go. So, what's your best lesson so far? Because what we are going to do here is to proceed to the next part of this class, and you are going to hear Sammy. You are going to hear Sammy talking about materials, and you will, in the end of this class, beg her to stop because it's going to be so much information, and you are going to get these in the end of this class, maybe. Okay. So, what's your best learning so far? Let's see. The climate software, climate consultant looks incredible. Yes, it's a beautiful software. And how you will use this to make a difference, you can tell as well. Let's see here. And you can share this hashtag Green Hero. You can type your phrase and /Green Hero. You can give a like of us on YouTube. Yeah, everyone asks for like. We can ask for likes as well. If you are enjoying this class, slap like now, as we have this bass player, maybe 504. Slap like now, you say slap, this thing on bass. He plays bass. So slap like now if you are enjoying this class. All right, let's see the importance of climate condition on interior design, the climate consultant software. Thank you, Sukanya. Thank you for joining. I use the software in making my thesis. I am so glad that I will learn more about this. Cool, Phoenix. I think you were in the last event, right? Using the right application tools for climate analysis. Is this software a must? Yes. Taking environment as a starting point. Man, we need to look for an environment. The environment is out there, right? Yes. When we leave this apartment, we have the whole environment. And you need to use this, okay? Very important.
Yes. One thing that go on.
No, you can go on.
I was just going to say it's very good that you are understanding the importance of climate consultants. And when you see everybody posting their different singularities about their environment, you will see and you will start getting the picture why we cannot respond with the industry that we have right now. And we cannot do this without having professionals that are aligned with this and asking the industry so they can respond better. So this is something that this kind of events allow us to do, is to bring more information. So if you're not acting, you can have the right questions and ask for somebody else to act on your behalf too. The more we know, the more we are able to ask the industry to help us respond, and the more we will be able to bring to your clients and to bring beauty into construction. Because right now we are in an ugly place. Construction is in an ugly place where we're talking about concrete jungles. We're talking about the impact that we have in our comfort in cities. And cities, they can be pleasant if we plan them to be pleasant for us. A lot of people, when they think about retirement, sometimes I think like they always want to run to the countryside. Why? Because they want to be close to nature. Why can't we bring nature closer to us so we can make cities pleasant?
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, you understood this, right? You understood that external is important. So, lots of people maybe got here, and said, "What the hell? I'm talking about it's not interior design." Now we are going to shift on interior design. Okay, so you understood you're going to bring lots of things from this external space, and let's shift for materials.
Yes. And why are we going to talk about materials? It's very important. We chose this to be the first topic this time. It's in a different level that it was last event because you have asked for. A lot of people have asked us to bring materials up front, and they are right. They are right. Materials are so important in relation to construction in general because we have a lot of carbon footprint and emissions that comes with the choices of materials that we make and the efficiency of the materials that are out there. So you know that building and construction, there are data out there. There are many different studies that have shown that 39% of the global carbon emissions are in the building industry, in different places, in different areas. But we are responsible for this. And if we are acting, if we are part of the building industry, we must be part of the solution too. And the potable water, the compromising of our potable water. The water cycle is infinite. The water is not going to disappear just like that. We have a cycle, but we can make water that is not valuable to us. We need potable water. We have a shortage of water, of potable water now, and we can make this worse by polluting water, by having industry that are constantly polluting water, by compromising our soil. So all of this are also impacts of materials and material choices, industry, and processes. So this is something that we are also responsible to act on when we choose drapes even. And when we talk about recyclability, everybody talks about recycle, and it's so beautiful to talk about recycle. But I have to take a stand here. I've talked about many years that I have consulted. I've been 15 years in this industry now. And for many years that I have talked about recyclable, that I've actually spec some recyclable materials, I was thinking that we were doing something good. But the truth is that only 19% of all waste is recycled. And plastic, no, it's so bad when it comes to the amount of plastic that is actually being recycled. So we have to switch our mind that we cannot use recycle as an excuse. We can use recycle in some places, but not everything is being recycled. And the industry needs to catch up with that. So we understand the importance of turning this around and having a full circle of our materials. So understand where your materials come from. Understand if they are being directed and recycled. We have a big problem worldwide. Not all cities, and actually the top 10 countries that recycle are in Europe. That they have, and the country that most recycles 54% of their waste. So there is still we have room for everyone to improve and this industry to catch up with what we're having. But there are ways that we can reduce the amount of materials that we have. Another problem is child labor and slavery in the industry. We need to understand the products that we are expecting, they are involved with this, and it's sometimes kind of hard to find out, but the more we ask, the more transparency we will get. And 85% of the consumers are kind of unconscious about what they can do, what they can ask, and how they can find out this information. And this is part of what we're going to do here now. So here I have if you change the slide, please.
All right, let's go. Let's go. I was sleeping a little here.
Wake up. I can do that to people when I talk too much.
Let's go.
But when we're talking about this is I got this from the C4 Cities website, and you'll see there's no percentage, but we can understand where is our weight here as far as where are the embodied carbon emissions, and what is the problem here. So we have here in the colored area, you can see that you have all the production, the transportation, the processing of the materials, the extraction, up to the point where you take to the construction site. So this is part of your carbon emissions here. And the other one is in the building operations, the use and the maintenance, the heavier part. But I have to keep going here. You will understand a little bit more about this chart in a bit when I clarify. But this is what I want you to keep in mind. Almost half it's in the making of these materials, and a little bit more than half it's in the use, maintenance, and operations, okay? And if you can see, there is a part there in red in the part of the use and operations. That's when you remodel. Okay, so technically this red part, I would like to count it there on the process of materials and making the materials. And then we have here some information from the world in data, which is, I love data. And this is where we should be taking our decisions. We should be understanding our decisions. And it's the next map. Here, you will have then the percentages, and we're going to share this map with you. So don't worry that you can't read right now. But understanding where the industry is, where our industry is, and the contribution where our industry is creating an impact on our environment. And our decisions are attached to this. Our decisions when we talk about the materials we're using and where are they going to. Because as you see, there is also waste. Where is the waste going to? What are we doing with this waste? And basically, if we don't take action, we're going to live in a dump.
Just 1 minute. We got Climate Consultant website. Yeah. So just to show you guys, this is the Climate Consultant page. You put your email here, and you can download the software here. Okay, just to put you into the right place. You can click on here, right? And this is the way to go. You can go on, Sammy. I just wanted to say this to people.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're good.
All right.
It's good to know that they are back up so fast. They are prepared.
Let's
go. This time we got them prepared. Anyways, so what I was talking about is that understanding the data makes it easy to make decisions. And if we don't take this based on just on looks, we don't want the interior design to be looks. We want your interior design to be translated into data, to be translated into informative decisions where you can justify to your clients. I put this here because of this impact and because of this much comfort for you and because of this results for your health and your focus and your quality of life. So this makes it easier for your client to see what you mean when you're designing. And this is part of what I think sometimes the architects forget to share with their clients. They want the client to understand the project, to understand their decisions, but they don't share everything about their decisions because they think that's process. That's back in the office. That's who am I going to discuss with? But there are ways for you to bring this to your client that it's not in a boring way, but it's justifying your decision. So this is part of it. And when we move on to the next slide, we have what we're seeing today, which is that we have this chart where you can see that the operational carbon emissions are going to rise because we're going to build more. But one thing that I want to explain with this is the yellow part, the embodied carbon. This is something that it's not going to change. This is where we don't act. Once we choose materials, they are there and they are there to stay. You see that this is a linear line where the materials that have been used already in the past throughout our history, they have a weight and they are going to continue having this weight. And we cannot change that unless we change for better materials. If we keep using the same materials, we're going to keep this line straight and we're never going to be able to shift this. When it comes to materials that, when it comes to the emissions that are in our operations or have to do with energy, with water, we have a possibility to keep changing this. So it is a growing line, but this line can fluctuate because you can update your systems. You can bring renewable energy. So all these things, they have a potential to be reduced. But once you put materials there, this has been imprinted. So that's the difference and why I think it's so important for us to understand materials and why now that gray part, the gray part of that first chart has a different meaning. It has this process here is stuck with the emissions that they are producing and the materials that we have imprinted. And the other half of that gray chart, they have the potential to keep evolving. We have seen it, so many industries evolving, the solar energy, the alternative energy industries evolving, wind and everything. So this other half, we have a better chance to act in the future. And the next slide shows us that 49% of the carbon in our buildings are with materials, are with that embodied carbon.
My apologies. I'm the boring guy here. I am.
No.
We need to say something. You can take pictures of your slides. We are going to give you the summary in the end of the class, right? The whole summary, a beautiful summary. But if you want to know any information on these slides, you can take a picture, okay? Very important thing. Let's go on. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's just, I'm showing different charts from different places. This actually is from Architecture 2030, their report on the website. So you've seen that I've gathered data from many different places, but they always speak the same, that, you know, half of our problems with carbon emissions are in this embodied carbon printed in our materials, and the other half are with the operational part of the building. And we're going to keep on building and we're going to keep on growing this because the population is still growing. The need for shelter is still growing. We still have places to develop. So the important part here for you that you are an interior designer is to start creating the change from within the buildings. You are acting mostly in places that are already built. How can you make this better? How can you create a better impact or actually value the impact that has been already imprinted? You know, recycling or reusing the materials that are inside your interiors. How can you change without having to tear everything and giving the life cycle of that material their full perspective? How can you perhaps use the materials from one site to another? We need to learn how to accommodate and how to navigate this industry in a better way where we're not wasteful and we're not just, you know, starting everything from scratch. Because if we keep starting everything from scratch, there are not going to be a start very soon.
Yeah. Ah! Wake up, guys. Let's go on. Let's proceed.
I got scared. This was a wake up better than a cup of coffee. I actually need some coffee now.
Sorry, Sammy, but I saw people asleep on the camera. I saw people, yeah, people, man, this is too much content. I thought these people would just talk something, I will be talking, we will see one or two things. No, you're going to see lots of things.
We're
We are in the
gonna have a whole
middle of the
class.
class, guys. In the middle. You can go on. Let's go.
Yes, just this is quickly where are the biggest embodied carbon when it comes to the whole structure of a building. So that's why I'm thinking that we must to preserve the structures of buildings. Look at all that we have in hands. And we can keep going to the next because I don't want you to scare me again. So what we said before, you can pass that slide now.
It was, I know it wasn't a good screen. It was like a...
Yeah, but my heart is right here, right now.
Let's go, guys. Buildings are the problem, but also the solution. This is a beautiful phrase.
Yes, it is. And it is because this comes from Ari McDade in Architecture 2030. So these sites, these links, these websites that we've been mentioning here, we're going to share with you in our summary. At the end of the class, we're going to be putting this so you can also read what we've been reading and understand what we're trying to share. I cannot go into details with all these reports, but you can read this later and understand why. So when Aaron McDade says that buildings are the problem, but they're also all the solution, it's because we have so much to change. We have a lot of potentials to bring this down, to bring our impact down.
We always say this, guys. We have a big problem, right? We have this dysfunctional industry problem. We have problems everywhere. We have bad materials. We have bad projects. We have bad construction. We have lots of bad things, and people are comfortable. They have a problem in front of them, and oh, this is cool, not a problem. I won't see this. Yes, this is a big problem. So if you have a solution, right? If you have a big problem, you have also a big solution, and
Yes.
you can be part of the solution, because if it's not if you don't have a good solution, you don't have a problem. It's it's the chicken and the egg thing, right?
Kind of. And when we're talking about sustainable materials, we have this 4 points where we're going to be sharing with you information, talking about the sustainable market, understanding what are the impacts on the finishes that you are choosing, talking about a train of thought here in products and specifications, and what are the documentations available for you to be analyzing the sustainability of a product. So just to understand everything that comes into. So if you're looking for a brand here, I'm not going to be, probably I will say something just as an example, but we're not attached to brands because we're talking to people all over the world. And materials, they are local. There are things that are here that are not going to work there. There are brands that are here that are not there. So I'm going to show you how to analyze your materials in general, and you will be able to have a process to select better.
Yes. So sustainable materials, and we need to understand these 4 things, right? Sustainable market, understand sustainable finishes, specifications of products,
Yes.
and documentation. These are the 4, we could say the 4 pillars, the 4 columns, right?
Yeah, so the main important things about materials are there.
Exactly.
So what we have here is our impact. What are the impacts of materials in the environment? We have impacts in social, and we have impacts in the economics. And if we have impacts in all these 3 elements, we also have benefits in all these 3 elements. So it is important for us to be conscious and good consumers, right? So if we look at the next slide, you will see the types of markets that we have that have products. We have food, we have textile, we have footwear, we have chemicals, we have packaging, paper, electronics, and construction. All of these items, they have a sustainable market today. If we think about food, We're thinking about organic food. So many people now have been looking for better ways to eat, for better ways to selecting your food in your diet. Same thing with textiles. We have now being concerned about where is our clothing coming from? Why the fast fashion? Get away from the fast fashion. Footwear, where can they improve with this? Like, we go through shoes so much, so how can they improve and be more sustainable? Same thing with chemicals. How can we make this better, lower toxicity in our environment and consequently for us humans? Packaging. So many people have been talking about packaging, right? And trying to find ways, because we've been shipping things all over the world and we've been creating a lot of waste with packaging. Paper, we have gone long ways with paper as far as recycling. Electronics, we are in the
No, you can go on.
Go ahead.
On. No, I would just say people are asking for breaks. We don't have break, guys. We are crazy. You will get tons and tons of information just at once. And if you need to go to take a coffee, you get your computer and go to your kitchen. And you need to go to the bathroom, you take your computer and go there. It's not a problem. Okay, so please stay with us. It's important. We don't have breaks. It's intensive and it's going to be outstanding. Guys, this is just the first day, okay? We are going to have lots and lots of crazy things that we've prepared for you. Okay, you can go on, Sammy.
Yes, when it comes to electronics too, we've seen that we have so much e-waste now, and ways to make this last, because every year everybody wants to change their phones, their computers. How can we make this better? And in the construction field where we can act. So if we're concerned about, we have here with the next slide, we have the sustainable interiors. What sustainable interiors impact as far as the sustainable market? And we have a lot into textile, a lot into chemicals, because we deal with finishes, packaging, because we're bringing things into the interior and they come in packages, electronics, because we do have that in the construction too. Some interiors require some demolishing and some rebuilding. And these things are all the industries that you as an interior designer can impact mostly, and the importance of understanding how to be a better interior designer. When we look at the current scenario, I was just saying that we, overall, if we think about the industry now, we are in the era of consumerism. We are consuming so much. And with that comes destruction, it comes toxicity, it comes hoarding too. How many people are actually living a minimalist life? How much can you edit from your life? Think about this. And editing is not just editing and throwing away, because then we create another problem, which is waste, but editing and repurposing. How can we do this? And we have the disrespect. With this comes disrespect. If you are designing and you are putting a lot of things in, when you create a lot of clutter for people to take care of, then they have more to maintain, they have more to then replace, and they have more to create this kind of an apocalyptic. I would say it's almost an apocalyptic. If I can say apocalyptic.
Yeah.
I can't say the word now. It's not coming out. You need to scream one more time so I can wake up again. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I won't.
But we are creating, this snowball effect. The more you have to take care of, the more maintain, the more you have to replace. And we are creating this. We're not stopping to think about this. And there's why so many movements like the minimalist movements and the tiny house movements are going into the future. Why? Because they are giving people the freedom. When you detach yourself from all that clutter, you actually feel free. You feel better, you feel healthier, and you feel like that you are dealing with exactly what you need and not the extra that, things can bring to your life, right?
Yeah.
And what we have when it comes to the industry and you're looking to sustainable products and into transforming this, so far the industry is still catching up to bring to us solutions. And that's because we're not asking. Not enough people are asking to have the solutions. We have some people very interested in eco-friendly products, but so many around me. I ask my family when it comes to this, like, do you look? Or no, if it's there, I'll buy it, and if it's a competitive price, but I usually don't ask for it. And if you don't ask, you don't get it. So we have this inaccessibility of products. We have a scarcity on variety. And this, when it comes to construction, it's kind of hard because when you specify in many places that you work, you're probably specifying and you need to bring 3 or 4 or more budgets so you can compare them. You can bring this prices, and then they will compare something that it's eco-friendly with something that it's not, because perhaps you don't have 2 brands to compare. And this is a problem. And the lack of documentation for the industry to bring to us this transparency that we're asking for and that we need. Okay, readjusting. And fake products. Greenwash. We have so many products that they think they are sustainable, or they want you to think they are sustainable. Some of them intentionally say that they are sustainable, and they are not. And some don't even know. It is understood that it is clear to me now that not everyone in the industry knows what they should be doing. And they need professionals like us to tell them what we want and to tell them what they need to bring to us. And we're not doing this. Every time I call, when I ask for a life cycle assessment, or I ask for a toxicity report that I'm going to explain to the ones that don't know what this is, I will explain in a little bit. I actually call them and I ask, and sometimes they don't know what I want, and I have to tell them, and they will get that for me. And I've been bothering people. I have a lot of hours on the phone. I've said that in previous events. I've done my share of bothering people in the market. And also the conservatives. The conservatives are thinking like, oh, I don't know about this eco-friendly. Is this as sturdy as the bad one for the environment? Maybe I should keep going with this because I already worked with this. And this is also something that we have to fight against. If we want to progress, we have to make other people uncomfortable, and they have to cross that bridge from the bad market to the optimal market. So we already talked about the points of this, and we need to push people to be in the optimal market. So what are the balance of the specific goals here? Well, what do we want from them? We want to limit ourselves to toxic materials. We want to avoid waste. We want to fix dangerous situations in the construction product.
Toxic
Yes.
materials.
We want to be able to have green cleaning in our house. We want to manage our emissions and understand that we are contributing to this. And we want to extend the life cycle of materials that are being used, so we have less to take from the industry. Right now, we are in this industry where you just take a lot from the environment, and what you give back, it's nothing positive. It's just problems, waste, toxins, and emissions. So we're not being very grateful to Earth right now when it comes to this. So let's go into the actual content about coatings and finishes. Let's start with toxicity, because this is something that has a direct impact in our health. And when it comes to the health of the planet, you might have second thoughts, but I wouldn't want you to have second thoughts when it comes to your health and the health of your clients. We're talking about people and survival here. So we're going to talk about paints and finishes, flooring. We're going to talk a little bit about where are these toxins? And here are the paints, the floor, the textures, the finishes on your wall, the gypsum boards, the fabrics that you are using, the cushions that you're using in your upholstery, the adhesives that are in the finishes also. The applications are infinite here when it comes to toxic products. So how can we improve our health? How can we improve our indoors health? And
Yeah.
this is, yes,
This is going to be our question for you guys. How you can improve this? This is the collective share, right?
this is my break.
Yeah, this is the little break to make you tell us what you understood on this material part. Okay, it's
This
important
intro
for
to-
us to
yes.
know. As Sammy was telling, people see materials in a very, I won't say basic, but they just think sustainable materials, not sustainable materials. And actually, we have this 3D, right? We have this, we could say, 3 dimensions of this thing, because sometimes sustainable materials is not sustainable in some aspects. And we are going to talk about this more. And Sam is going to speak more about this. So we want to know what you've learned so far on this class, okay? It's really important for us, and how we can improve indoors health. What are your ideas, right? What you have which ideas you have to improve this indoor health? Because we have some strategies that we are going to show, and I want to know about you, right? What you think about this, how we can do this, right? Because we have lots of people here, right? People from all around the globe, lots of
Wow.
intelligent
Every time I
people.
think
Yeah.
about that, I get heart palpitations.
Solar power, having indoor plants. Camera was in the barrel before, I know. I just want to change a little. I will just go back in some minutes. I want to shift to Sammy because she's speaking more. And we have here, right? Let's see, list emissions with better life cycle materials, low VOC. Yeah, Carla.
We're going to talk about VOC
cool.
right next.
I will just put this, how we can improve indoors health, right? So we are going to talk about chemicals.
Yes, this is the first one, and the risks that are with these chemicals and how we can avoid them. So look into the VOCs, the volatile organic compounds. How many people know what that is? You know that smell of new or fresh paint? And a lot of people used to associate that with good things. Like, oh my God, my car smells new, or the house smells like fresh paint. It's something that it usually reminds you of something good, but technically this is not good. These are chemicals that they evaporate into to the environment, and they can intoxicate you. They can create problems for your health. They can trigger cancer. They can compromise air health. And usually people with respiratory diseases, they are more sensitive to this, and they will respond really bad to the VOCs. They are extremely harmful to our health. And where are they? So if you look at this picture that we have on the screen now, we're going to find VOCs in the foams of chairs. The formaldehyde, right, is the most common one, and they are in the upholstery, the foams of the upholstery. They in the wood, here in the woodwork, you will find that in the glue and in the processing of this. The thermal insulation of this environment, they have chance to have formaldehyde. In the wallpaper, not just the actual paper, the glue on that paper, the paintings that you will be applying. And believe, we have alternatives for all this, and I'm going to tell you in a little bit, but there are still a lot of people using the ones that are bad for us. Acoustic panels or different decoration panels, they may have that too because of the composition that they have. and any type of glues and sealants that you might use, waterproofing and all those things, those are where you're going to find. So you have a lot of places. You saw that interior design scenario, and you have a lot of places where you have the potential to intoxicate the air indoors. So when we're talking about the damage that I have here on the left, your nervous systems, the kidney and liver damage, and sometimes even failure. Sickness and nausea. If you are exposed to this for a long time, it gets tiring and you start feeling nauseous. And that's something that you think it's just temporary, but that's actually creating a damage for you. And many are carcinogen. So how to avoid this? We are looking for declarations and lowering our VOCs. And for each product, you have a certain limit. And actually some green certifications, they also have put that 100 parts per million limit to where you need to stay below that or even have none. We have paints, we have sealants, we have alternative materials in the market today, but not so many people are actually looking for them consciously. They are buying because they are there, but not so many are. And the people that are usually looking for these alternatives, they are the ones that are certifying products, because then you have to submit a documentation and you have to come to this conclusion with a document and with the actual application of this. But if you are in a regular construction, perhaps you're not doing this consciously. You're not being asked for. And this is the kind of awareness that we need to bring. And what we want with this kind of events is to understand that you have to be more conscious in every aspect of the way. When it comes to fire retardants, we have products that contain foam. They have fire retardants. Certain electronics, they also have that. The blinds, curtain blinds, as you can see there. And one that hurts me the most, baby products. A lot of baby chairs, the little bassinets or things in the mattresses, they have fire retardants. They feel like they have to put fire retardants in these products to keep kids safe. And it's a little controversial when we talk about fire retardants. I'm not saying they are a bad thing. They are a good thing. But we have eco-friendly also alternatives in the market nowadays. And we also have reports from different fire departments that they say that actually fire retardants, they don't do a whole lot to avoid fire. They are not really significant when it comes to this. It is an add security. So I'm not saying use products without fire retardants, but perhaps choosing products that have the eco-friendly version of fire retardants if you must to use that. So this is how we avoid, because fire retardants, they are the damage that they can bring to our, you can put on the next slide, the damage that they can bring to our system is the reproductive system being affected, and our neurocognition, the immune systems. People with diabetes would have more problems with this, and they are also carcinogens too. So this is what we are avoiding here. The bromine and the chlorine. Those are the two items that we want to avoid when it comes to fire retardants. They are the ones. Okay, and then I'm not going to be able to say this word. I keep trying to say this word, and every time I want to say it fast, it does not come.
Perfluorinated compounds.
Perfluorinated compounds. That's because you said it first, and I can say it.
All right.
Lots of bad names. So we have this in water-resistant products. So we moms, I am a mom, I love the fact that we have water-resistant cloth and things like that, because I have kids that are 6 and younger. So we know spills happen and we want to avoid that, especially when we have chosen that beautiful couch or something like that, or perhaps a chair in your dining room that you are in love with, and then kids come and then it's all gone. But the funny part is that sometimes you can't avoid anything. Even even water resistant products are the ones that have limitations too. But anyways, we do also have, nowadays we have textiles that have this technology. We have stain resistant products that are eco-friendly. So it's a question of knowing your alternatives in your market so you can make better decisions. You're going to get this in a summary too, so you will be able to get this in a better way. Here, what you have on your screen now is just the type of standards that you must look for when it comes to VOC testing. If you want to ask an industry that it's one of your suppliers and you want to ask them to bring your VOCs, and they're going to say, oh, I don't know what test I have to make, this is what you have to do. This is the type of tests and standards that you want them to follow so they can bring you consistency in their results. And this is going to be in your summary too. So you will be able to ask them. These are international codes, and they are also in some green certifications. So you will be able to do this. Here comes PVC, something that everybody is talking about lately. The PVC industry has spread their wings, and they are in many different countries, and they are with many different parts of our interior design now. Some ceilings, the pipe connections, some plastic curtains, and different multiple finishes, and even in some furnitures. What we want to avoid about PVC is in places where we are in constant contact and where the tear of this product can compromise our health, as far as when we inhale this. The PVC, it's microplastics will come from this, and this will come into our system. A lot of people have been talking about the eco-friendly PVC, the alternatives that are out there. I'm still to look into this industry because they have a big lobby into making this product come to life. But there are concerns about our health and the quality of water. So unless we have where to give this back to, when you are returning this to the industry and they are doing something good about it, I have to post here that I'm not very in favor of PVC. When it comes to connections, they are in the construction, so they're not in touch with the air that you breathe. But when they are on your ceiling, then you have more effect of the heat from the and the tear and wear of the material. So you have to be careful. Lead in paint. We can go to the next slide. You will think that we have so many water-based paints nowadays in the market, and they are at a very competitive price with the regular paint that used to come with lead. And you would think that people are not using that anymore, but they are. And there are some acts in court nowadays that people are fighting for health problems that they had due to the exposure, being in a place where the paint is flaking and that it's a very old paint that had lead. You are responsible for getting that away from your interior design. So if you are remodeling a place that is very old, the paint is something that you are concerned. Get rid of that paint and make sure that you are applying something that it's eco-friendly and water-based.
Yeah. Guys, this class today is going to be 2.5 hours, okay? Just to make you sure that you are going to get everything on this class. 2.5 hours. In the end, you're going to get the beautiful summary, and we are going to have some beautiful things here towards sustainable materials, right? We have 4 parts on this class.
Yes. So alternative paints and varnishes are in there in the market. If you don't have alternatives, then it's the time to ask for the industry. It's time to start creating some noise. But mostly, I think in everywhere around the globe now, you are able to get this. When it comes to fabrics too, same thing, alternatives. When you think about what kind of textiles am I using? Where is it from? Analyze the industry. There's a lot of industries when it comes to textiles, they have been dealing with slavery labor, child labor. Have you looked into the industry that it's providing the textiles that you're using into your interior? It's a lot of work and research that you have to do when it comes to finishes and when you have to look. But with time and work, you will create your safe list, I would say. And here is some of the safe lists that you can look for chemicals. These are the chemicals that you want to avoid. I'm also going to share this with you on the summary. These are the lists where they talk about the type of chemicals, where they are found, and what kind of damage that they can bring to your health. So if you are used to certain products, try to look for these products in the list and try to eliminate or create alternatives for your interior. And why am I talking about personal protective equipment here when we're talking about finishes? Well, we have to take care not just of the health of our clients, but the workers that are installing, and they are in contact with the materials that you have chosen and specified for this job. Make sure that they are wearing protective masks, that they are wearing their protective gear, because the health of your employees is also your concern. So we have to think about that. We have this OSHA protective equipment standard here, where you can take a look. If you don't have one, that it's local. Usually we have local versions of what kind of protective equipment you have to use in your region, what it's required by law. But if you don't have, you can use this international one, and you will find a lot to help your team to be safer.
Guys, I think you understood, right? We are putting here very important content, understanding that we have the project, we have the construction, and we have the operation, right? The operation is going to be the longest point, right? You do a project, let's say 1 year, you develop your project, you develop, 3 years to build a building, right? And then you are going to have 100 years that this building is going to serve people, right? We are going to consume energy, we are going to consume water, we are going to consume materials to build this, we are going to consume materials, and in this, as Sammy said, embodied carbon and the operational carbon. So we have lots of important concepts. And then we are talking as well about the construction, right? The importance of the construction on the person, right? The person who is working with this. Sustainability is not just about living in a beautiful space. It's about as well to construct in the right way, right? To serve people in the right way, to make a good environment for the employees. This is very important. I just want to stress this, because what Sam is saying, it's a lot of information. We know this, but it's important that you understand this thing, right? We have lots of things considering sustainable materials. We are going to talk about this 3D, right? We are putting the first step of this 3D analysis on sustainable materials. You need to understand this to make sustainable design, right? I saw people here, we see some people that are not very focused, right? I don't want to say this here, but we have 96% of people really focused, but we have 4 people that maybe are not focused. And sustainable design is really important, guys. So I want to stress this. Pay attention. Don't talk things on the chat. Ask for slides on the presentation, when it's going to be. We are talking everything here in the right step. In the end, you're going to get the summary. We are going to proceed with 30 more minutes here, and it's going to be outstanding, okay? Just to make you sure about this. Collective share, we want to know what you've learned so far, because this is really important. You understood, right?
Are you with me so far?
Yeah, because
are you understanding the global vision of
yeah,
analyzing
are
the
you
materials?
with us? Sustainability is about science, guys. It's not about things that we think. It's about real
It's
science.
not easy. If we have
Yeah.
to say here that it's something easy, we're lying. We're lying. You have to analyze data. You have to analyze documentation. And once you create your process, once you create those steps, then it becomes easier for you to navigate, for you to specify. But you have to do some legwork for you to get to that safe list where you have truly analyzed and you can bring this to your client and this transparency. And this comes for this is also a plea to the industry too. If you are part of the industry and you're watching this today, understand that the level of transparency that we are getting overall today, it's not enough. We need more transparency so we can make clear decisions. And that's why some brands, they stand out and they dominate markets sometimes because they are listening and they are bringing to us what we're asking for. Just like when we decided to eat better, the industry of the food responded to us. Okay, you want to know your nutritious facts. So now we are going to have here on the side of every package, you will have the nutritious fact. That's what you want to know so you can create your diet. And if we're talking about the materials industry, that's what we want. We want our nutritious facts over there. And this is something that it's the closest that we can relate.
Yeah.
What have we got so far?
Yeah, we got some material, some answers here. But I want to stress one thing, guys. This class, usually we did this event before, right? This part of the class is the part of the class that we separate kids from the adults, right? We separate them. This is really important to say, because if you are really into sustainability, you really want to make great beauties, you really want to proceed with these classes, this is the part that we are going to separate kids from the adults. This is really important because the first class, usually we get more people. In the second class, of course, people can, they thought sustainability was something else. I don't know.
Yes, they were like, oh my God, I was expecting some greenwash. They're giving me the real deal. I don't want the real deal.
Yeah, I want the dream. I don't want
I don't want
the reality. Yeah. So very important to say this to you guys. Okay. So specifications on materials, very important subject. We are going to proceed right now.
Okay. One thing that if you are not the decision maker, right? If you're not the specifier, then you need to understand what are their profiles so you can learn how to speak their language and you can make them think twice when specifying. One thing that you have to understand, specifiers, most of the time, they are business people. Like I mentioned before, sometimes they have to create a decision based on 3 different budget presented with the same material. And for them, the bottom line sometimes is the price. They are not seeing the whole picture. So you have to understand, how do I make a businessman understand the whole picture? How do I talk numbers with this person? The technical responsibility. This is something that you are responsible, and sometimes you're not held responsible for the type of materials that you're bringing, and they are creating health problems to your client. Sometimes this turns around very ugly in court. Your project is your curriculum. Why do I say that? That's because the better you have to present, the more benefits, the more things that you have to show to your clients, the best is going to be your curriculum. You are going to be empowering yourself with data so you can create better projects. You leave that superficial world, right? And identifying the product, identifying the correct documentation. That's why the importance of understanding what kind of documents and how you can balance in your budget the quality, the regionality, and the toxicity and the eco-friendliness of the product. So here are some of the steps. We're going to the design. Here in the design is where you are going to be able. When you are designing a project, you have the power to save resources. I don't need this much wood here. I can deal with this little wood here. I don't need this wall. I don't, editing your project, understanding what it's really fitting the purpose so you can actually save before you spend. Energy and water savings. What kind of industry understanding that the product that you specify, they require energy and water to be produced. Can you choose something that it's in a better industry now? The flexibility and the 5 R's and the design purpose, which I'm going to elaborate here on the next. So we just talked about saving resources. Every time you can edit, you can say no, it's better than actually putting something there. Energy and water savings, I just said that too. The flexibility, when you talk about flexibility, it's understanding that perhaps if you're dealing with school or an office environment where you have to promote different configurations, how can very little do a lot? Partitions that are movable, and then they create 2 rooms, and then suddenly the partitions go to the side and you create a bigger room. You create 2 different configurations of rooms with very little material. How can you create flexibility when you're bringing chairs from the classroom to a presentation area? How can this be possible? Things that are like that, and usually in a place where you have a lot of people, in schools and offices, you have more opportunities for flexibility. Hospitals, also very good place for flexibility, because technology in hospitals are constantly advancing. The size of machines are constantly advancing. So you have to adapt. How can I create a place where I can adapt? So this is where materials and flexibility comes to. When it comes to the 5 R's, this is actually, if we want to extend, we can actually get to 8. But basically, these 5 R's are the most important and should rule your decisions as far as materials. Refuse, reduce, recycle, reuse, and restore. And today I say restore more than I say recycle, because when you restore something, usually the process is not as long as you bring it into the recycling industry, which also uses energy and water.
We don't have a resist.
Resist.
You know that song, Refuse, Resist. We have a band called Sepultura here in Brazil.
It's international, actually. Sepultura is international.
They are a Brazilian band. They have this song called Refuse and Resist, but we don't have resist, so sorry. Let's go on.
Well, actually, we have to resist. To be honest, we could put resist here, because there are some things that are so pretty and that you have to resist. You say, like, do I really need this? So resist can be in our list.
Yeah, we can.
We're going to put that
homework. You can go see a Sepultura song, Refuse and Resist. Okay, very cool song.
They are very well known in Europe. A lot of people like their style in Europe.
Yeah. People know Sepultura here. Yeah, Sepultura, man. Sepultura. Yeah, Sepultura from Brazil. The Sepultura. The Sepultura. I was calling the guy the Sepultura. Yeah, the Sepultura. He said on the microphone, "We are Sepultura from Brazil. We are going to play Refuse, Resist, 1, 2, 3, 4." Something like this. Okay. But I don't have his voice. All right, let's go on. Sorry.
That was your break, guys. If you took a break, that was your break now. Oh, okay. So yes, we're going to insert resist now into our choice of materials. When it comes to design purpose, this is something that we have to understand, that it's part of sustainability. Does it fit the purpose? Do we have to have this item here? Or design with a purpose is perhaps I have this abundance of materials in my region here, and I can help local industry by using this in my project because it works for me. So you extend your act of choosing, right? And here are the things that, when it comes to choice of materials, that you have to keep in mind. The life cycle. We already talked about the R, so I'm not going to say this one again. The savings of resources, energy, and water. the low impact in the environment when it comes to emissions, and is this industry destructive when it comes to minerals, especially when it comes to wood, where this impact can be tragic to the planet in a much bigger scope. So if you're thinking about using this type of materials, take the care of tracking this material and understanding if this is done properly. There are industries that are doing it properly. It's not like we have to refuse this completely. And think about the type of materials, perhaps if they are actually saving the environment, are they being good? Because sometimes we're talking about bamboo, which is a classic example we give every time. Bamboo, yes, grows fast. It has a life cycle that is really cool, resistant, but they are not available everywhere in the country, but people are using everywhere. So you are then creating a carbon footprint to bring bamboo because of their aspect of one aspect of sustainability. And this goes back to what Felipe says is looking at materials in a 3D way, where it has a lot more depth. It's not just being sustainable in one part, it's being sustainable in every part if you can. And if you have to bring bamboo, then justify it. And then what are the most common materials that we hear about, the eco-friendly materials? They are the coconut. A lot of people are using now coconut fibers, eco-friendly resins. We have eco-friendly stone walls, stone wool that are your insulation. We have bamboo that I said, but where it is local available. I have crossed out plastic, and I used to talk about recycled plastic, but like I said, I'm taking a stand here.
Why did you do this, Sammy?
No, because we don't have 95% of the plastic is not really recycled, and it ends up in bad places. It's not in the correct areas where we don't have the recycling industry catching up with the amount of plastic we are using. So it became another dysfunctional thing. So I cannot talk anymore about recycling plastic.
Okay, I understood. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you.
Moving on to labeling. What do we want to talk about labeling? It's not endorse or not endorse labeling. It's about understanding what labels are for. They make it easy for you to recognize an eco-friendly product. Absolutely. We have labels that control indoor quality, forest products, furniture, energy, carpets, cleaning products, fabrics, and all of this sustainable products. When we look at the labels, we have lots of the ones that you may recognize when you see the picture on the screen. And what do I want you to understand about labels is that sometimes some of them, they look at only one aspect of sustainability. Some labels are concerned about water use, some labels are concerned about air quality, and they leave out the rest of the scope. So take them as a guide, but with a grain of salt. Understand what is the scope of this label so I can trust this label. And this is the part of our homework when it comes to separating greenwash from not. Because when you have a label, you automatically think that this could be eco-friendly. I don't need to research anymore.
Yeah, we are going to put this in the 4th or 5th class, more about this. We are going to show some strategies that you can use. The summary is the last class, right? The 5th class is going to be a summary, so we can cover more some topics that you are asking more, things like this. So it's going to be great.
And the part of waste management, I have talked already throughout our talk. And we're just going to mark here a point where, again, we make a plea for you to understand where is this going to? Where is the material fulfilling that whole cycle? Is this generating more problems than solutions? And where can I use this after? And especially when it comes to dangerous waste, right? So moving on to, where are we?
You are moving on.
I'm moving on. What do you want me to talk about now?
You will talk about generation of waste. You can go on. Yeah, this is a generation of waste.
Yeah, well, but that's what I meant when I said that we have thinking like, how can we avoid waste? Again, when I mentioned flexibility, this is a way of avoiding waste. When you can dismantle something, when you can take something from one to another place, and you can reuse this in different and extend the life cycle. When it comes to plan better, understand your floor plan so you can not use so much or demolish so much that it's not necessary. All these things that you are planning on the logistics of your materials, so you don't have a lot of waste, you don't have a lot of things breaking on the site. We have so much material waste breaking on the site because they are not stored well. All of this are avoiding waste.
Exactly. Then we have, right? We have this dangerous waste here.
Yes, this is the kind of dangerous waste that you are avoiding, and you have to have a special care with broken bulbs that perhaps have mercury. Where are you sending those bulbs when you're taking away from the project, older projects? Are you really recycling? Are you sending this to the proper place, or are you just sending to regular trash? Things that contain lead, paint, or asbestos, they have to have a proper care when you're sending this away. And sometimes I have to say, some contractors, they don't want to send to special places because danger waste is more expensive for you to dispose. So you have to be careful, and you have to manage that yourself. And batteries and, plastics and things that, especially also filters in your AC, all those things that can be contaminated.
Yeah. Guys, we have the Green Hero Rise part. Green, I would say, we could say a song, right? We make a song. I would try to say songs for this part. Green Hero Rise. Hey, it's like a game. Rise for your grave. Green Hero Rise. Now we want to know about you guys. What was your best learning so far on this class? You went here, you go here, remember the bridge. You went here and you thought, I would learn some things about sustainability maybe. And now you are here 2 hours and 15 minutes, crazy about the tons of information that we are presenting. Maybe this is our mistake to bring too much information, good information for you guys.
This is a good mistake.
I want to know what you guys learning so far. Did you learn something? Please, guys, say to us, because I think you've learned. Let's see. Great to join you from Malta. Yeah, we have lots of people from Malta. A very small island, right? But lots of great people trying to understand about sustainable interior design. Cool. We have lots of people from Malta. Actually, students, right? We have this man. How is this man? We have Maria, and we have this. That's very cool man. He talks a lot in there in the community. I forgot his name. My apologies. Yeah, I think it's Marco. His name, Marco or Marcus or something like this. Okay, guys, what you've learned so far. South Korea, the land of Blackpink. I love Blackpink, guys. Just to see here, right? We have Blackpink, Rosé, Jennie, Lisa, and Jisoo. Let's see. These are the girls from Blackpink, okay? I just want to prove that I love Blackpink. I'm not just telling to be sympathetic. And this, let me see what you are learning. All right, learning about sustainable materials and issues with our societies. Yeah, lots of comments, and now I can't read this. The importance of climate analysis. Yes, choosing the right materials for our project. What is good, what is bad, 5 R's. Okay, psychometric chart.
Don't forget to share your psychometric chart on the community, not just the pictures of your city, but also the psychometric chart, so we can understand what are the best strategies for your city.
Yes. Okay, let's see. PVC, yeah, cool. Lots of good commentaries here. How important is to understand where materials come from. Yeah, cool. Thank you, guys. Let's proceed. with documentation of materials. Let's go on.
Okay, we can go to this picture here. Go straight to this picture. What are sustainable materials? So I'm going to talk to you now about the types of documentation, right? I asked you to talk to the industry. I asked you to require transparency from them. But if they don't know, you need to know what to ask. So the documentation is the only way to create transparency that would unify your vision about a product, and you are going to be able to compare apples to apples. Because if one product has this type of label and the other one doesn't, but they have same practices, you are not able to see if you don't have some sort of documentation. And when we have international standards being attended, then you will have the opportunity to compare apples to apples and make your decisions. And this is where we have to take the industry to. This is where we have to push them to transparency. And there are some efforts already happening. You will see a lot more people talking about sustainability. We're going to explain to you this in the next few days. But there is an effort that it comes also from your investors, that they also think that having transparency and sustainability, it's a safer investment. And because the money people heard that, now we're going to be forced to hear that too. If we didn't take action up to now, we're going to be forced to take action. So understand that this is something that it's ongoing, and in the next few years, much more. How the documentations are born. So here we have a sequence of things that are your PCRs, which are the product rules. And they are the ones that will set the rules for how this product should be analyzed, what kind of concerns that this product should analyze. And then from this product, then you're going to evolve. And once you evolve to the life cycle assessment, then you will evolve to the hazardous chemicals documentation, and also your declaration of low VOCs. But first, you need to understand this product rule declaration. And this product rules, they are the ones talking to the different industries. So you cannot compare wood with ceramics. This is where they differentiate it. And then you go to the life cycle assessment, and then you go to the something even more in-depth, which are your environmental declaration and also your health declaration.
We need to look at these three things, guys. Healthy, right, with the ingredients. Extraction practice. We don't want sustainable materials be extracted by a child, right? And we need to see the manufacturing process. These are the three major things that we need to see. And these declarations, they cover it all, okay?
Yes. So when it comes to, you can move on to the next slide. Okay, one more.
One more? Okay.
One more, yes. That part is boring, so I'll just talk with this one in picture. So what we get when we have this type of international documentation is that we have a fair evaluation for all industries, and everybody is looking into the same thing and reporting the same thing. And this is fair for everyone. We have some ISO numbers that you will be able to use to perform your life cycle assessments or your environmental product declaration. We actually have worked, our office now is working with life cycle assessment for products that are in the construction industry, because we got tired of asking, now we're acting. So we were talking about, we have some industries that are approaching us to take a look in this, because like I said, we research, we look for data, and we know what we want. So we became something that they are understood that they can trust, and represent. And we have in Wellington, which is our chemical engineer working with our life cycle assessment in here.
Yeah, guys, I'd like to say something, right? We are going to see these documents, these EPDs and things like this in the 5th class, okay? We are going to cover the main questions and then we can proceed more because we know sustainable materials is one of the major topics people want to know.
Yeah.
So
we can go back to this.
And we don't want to, skip too fast and, you lose important content because every, part of this class is important for you guys.
Absolutely.
All right.
So if you've never heard of environmental of life cycle assessment, life cycle assessment is when we look into a product from the extraction to the process to how it's delivered to the public, the use, and then its return, either to be waste or to be back into the production system. So the life cycle analysis, it happens in, you can do from cradle to cradle, cradle to gate, and cradle to grave. Those are the 3 types of life cycle assessments that you can have of a product. And it will depend on the impact of this product that you can choose the different types of life cycle assessments that you will use. For you to understand their life cycles, here is a biological cycle and a technical cycle. Products that are in the biological cycle, they can return to nature and they are not going to create great impact, or they can be absorbed by nature. So these are your products in the biological cycle. And then there are products that are in the technical cycle. And these are the ones where we interfere. These are the ones where we need to understand how to recycle, how to extend their life cycle so they can not be extracted constantly or being waste constantly. And also how we can repurpose, bring it back into the cycle, refurbish, maintain this in a better way. So these are the 2 cycles that we're dealing with when it comes to products. And this is the type of things. This comes from the Cradle to Cradle website. This is a image that they usually present and they give to us in a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. We can present actually the website from Cradle to Cradle in the 5th class. We can put the EPDs and HPDs as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to learn a lot because we are going to talk about the subjects in practice, showing some documentation. So you can get these documents and say people, right? The industry. I want something like this. I want to show me the truth. Maybe there are manufacturers that are doing an outstanding sustainable materials, but they are not presenting the right way. So they need to understand the standard, how they can present this. And if you are doing the wrong thing, they need to this
is something that we actually help people too. That, being so exposed and talking to so many architects and engineers here in Brazil, some industry ask us to talk to their clients because they have things that they're doing in a correct way, but they're not communicating right. And that's why we're talking to you too. The industry doesn't know how to communicate, or sometimes you don't know how to communicate to your client everything that you're bringing to the table.
Yeah, people are crying here, Sammy. It's too much information. I thought you were going to lie for us. Right?
We're going to lie. Yes.
Yeah, we were going to lie. No, it's lots of information.
When we set a course, we set a course.
Yeah, we are going to present you a course. We can proceed to the end, then we can share people the share button, right?
Yeah, we can, since we're going to talk and show more of the documentation later in classes, we can go on and...
Yeah, we'll present this in the 5th class, okay? Just go on. HPDs is for health, right? The healthy products. I just want to, I think Sammy is using a lot of her voice.
I need water.
Yeah, so the healthy product declarations is for healthy. We have EPDs for environmental and H for healthy, okay? And you can search on internet for HPDs and EPDs and you will have tons of information, but we are going to present this all in the 5th class, okay? So this is just a demo, right? We have the EPDs, we have this HPDs, and we can go on, right? We have we are going to talk about certifications as well, right?
True.
Lead well,
Yes.
Leadability Challenge, lots of good things in our classes. Okay, guys, so
This is my favorite sentence. It's a good sentence to close.
you can go on.
Well, this sentence is from Hans Bees.
Finish with your poetry, Sammy. Cool.
It is poetry. I like this sentence, but it talks about stars. That stars, they have a life cycle. Much like animals, they get born, they grow, and they go through a definite internal development, and finally they die to give back the material of which they are made, so that other stars may live. So I like that sentence because immediately I feel that with materials. That materials, they should have this life cycle where they give birth to new materials. They give life to new things. And this is how we need to start thinking about materials. How can we keep giving life and transform this in something more positive than just destructive? And that's why I thought it was very inspirational to leave our first class with that sentence.
Beautiful, Sammy. Beautiful. All right, guys. So, Green Hero Rise. We are going. I want to know what you've learned on this class. Okay, what was your best learning towards all of this class? The best learning we want to know, because we have a fight here, me and Sammy. She thinks sustainable materials is best, and I think that climate analysis is the best thing. All right. So we want to know who is gonna win. You can tell us, right? The best learning so far, and put this hashtag Green Hero, because you are the green heroes. You are becoming the green heroes. You are growing. In each class, you are growing. Can be painful a little bit because there's a lot of information, but you are growing. And I love this, to make you grow towards sustainable design. Okay? Collective share. One collective share left. Guys, share this class with your friends. We have this post on Instagram right now. Our robots, right, and our team are putting things right into the community and into our Instagram account as well. You can put invite a friend to join this class, because if we have 9,000 people here. If you will have 1,000 share, 1,000, I think this is fair. 1,000
shares.
Yeah.
Can we get there?
Yeah, if we got there, we are going to keep this class for some hours, okay, for some more hours. So you can watch, you can invite your friend, because it doesn't make sense to invite friends for a class that isn't there. So I won't say 1,000. I like to say 500. Very little, because we want to put this for you for some minutes more, for some hours more, right? So we want you guys to see this. You can see, more. You can just watch in your own pace a little bit, and we are going to keep this for some hours. So 500 shares. We're just going to ask you, right? This little thing, 500 shares.
500 shares is okay. Okay.
So you go to this post. You can put people here to go onto this class. Your friends can see this. You can see this is real, because you saw the class is real. There's tons of information. It's a real course. You are seeing that it's real. Lots of things to cover. So invite your friend. They will say thank you for you, and you are going to get the class for some hours more. Okay. So this is it. And guys, another thing, the green radio. What is the green radio? As you are going to the Instagram and you are sharing things there, you are going to share things on Instagram. You can go to our Instagram direct, right? This little plain paper here in the corner of the screen, and you can send us an audio, 1 minute, just 1 minute, telling us what you most enjoyed on this class. We are going
1 minute or less, right?
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute, because there are people that send us 10 minutes, and we can't.
We can't.
So very briefly, what you most love about this class: 3 people are going to get, right, this this beautiful course, the Sustainable Materials 101, right? So share us, right, your audio, because we are going to open for people to talk tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful, a lot of beautiful voices from all around the globe. It's going to be awesome. I love doing this. And guys, you deserve this. You deserve the summary. And how you are going to get the summary, right? You will put this ugreen.com.br, because we are from Brazil as Sepultura, right? ugreen.com.br/climate. This is the secret link. Write it down, the secret link. What is going to happen?
Tomorrow is going to be something else, so don't think that you got this already.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be another link, right? Because we want you to grow towards sustainable design. Really important, because you need to understand this. So we are making here you a way to go here. So I will put this website here, ugreen.com.br/climate. You put your name. Let's say I will put my name here, right? And I will put my email here. All right. And I will click here, class, get the class summary. You're going to get a message here. Just a minute. I think everyone is here in our website right now. Don't crash our website. Don't crash our website, please. Okay. You can go on and get this. You're going to get a message here, right? You're going to get a message, and it's going to say, cool, you got this summary. The summary is going to be sent at your email. You're going to receive the summary on email. And what you're going to do, you're going to receive this. Yes, we got the message here in our screen, okay? And then what you're going to do, you're going to say to us, I got this. All right, let me show you here. Okay, it appeared. Wait for your email, right? It's going to show this message there. You are going to wait for some hours, 8 hours or something like this. We are going to give you the summary because you deserve it. You was with us here live. We are going to send you the summary, and you are going to reply us, okay, I got it, right? It's really important for us to reply us, because otherwise we can't know if you got this, okay? It's really important for us that you get the summary because you were here with us. All right.
I would like to just say that I would special thanks to this little guy here called Anonio Zarif Akand. He said, I'm 12-year-old from Bangladesh and probably the youngest one here, but this session is very informative and I want to raise awareness in my community. And this is so beautiful to see young people that are interested. Probably he's not even thinking yet of completely about his career, but he's thinking about his community and learning more to share. This is very inspiring too.
Yeah, you can go in some minutes if you, because of course we have thousands of people at the same time going to our website. They want to crash our website, but you can go in some hours and we are going to give you the summary, no problem at all, okay?
Yes.
You are going to have some hours to do this, 8 hours or something like this, and you can get this, okay? Here it's normal, we don't have any problems on this. And this is it, ugreen.com.br/climate. This is the real deal. Okay, guys, share us what you've learned on this class. We just want you to see a little things here. Let's see. Just 1 minute. All right. You can get it later because there are so many people out there. I can actually see my email. I think we are going to get thousands and thousands of emails. So this, when we say the first time, of course, is going to have some problems. But no, don't worry. We are going to, we can raise our service if it's going to be a problem.
Needed.
Yeah, no problem at all. Guys, tell us what you liked about this class. Tell us if you liked the jokes. If you like Sepultura.
Oh, this is the first day. Usually we don't do a whole lot of jokes on the first day. Wait until Felipe gets comfortable.
Yeah, I'm just getting
Wait.
comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I'm kind of shy right now, but tomorrow is going to be better. I promise. Okay. Yeah, so we have 500 people already registered. Just
Great.
we'll see this. Guys, you want to say the last word?
You
Is
can
that
go
last word?
ahead
We
and
have
say
four.
that
We
we
have
have
four
four
more
days.
days.
This is
Yeah.
just ending today's class.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We love you. See you tomorrow with the same. We are going to share tomorrow, actually. We are going to share about natural light, and we are going to share some beautiful strategies on interior design, of course. But we are going to make this simulation on natural light. We are going to simulate natural light, and you are going to understand how to do this. This is going to be great because, as I said, you need to understand the external to go for the internal spaces. You are going to understand lots of design strategies that you can use in your interior design, actually. Lots of beautiful things, okay? Thank you for joining.
1 second, but Felipe, I don't simulate. Why should I watch tomorrow's class?
Because you're going to learn lots of other things.
Because you have to understand exactly what questions to ask for the ones that are simulating for you and knowing the potential of what you can achieve with this. So, yes, if you're not actually doing it, you have to watch so you understand and you know the right questions to ask.
Yeah. Guys, you are the green heroes. Thank you for joining, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.